All right. Why do girls play hard target? Men often wonder about this. And honestly, you should think about it for a second. Why can't she just be direct? Why can't she simply tell you if she likes you or not? Why does she keep sending you those confusing, mixed signals that drive you crazy? Trust me, I understand your frustration. And if I were a guy, I'd feel the exact same way as you. But here's the shocking truth. Most men don't realize there's always a reason behind it. Women don't play hard to get for fun. They don't just wake up one day and decide to confuse you. No, there's a psychological strategy behind it. In fact, there are actually 3 powerful reasons why women play hard target, and today, I'll break each one down for you in detail. I'll also give you a simple test you can use to figure out if she's truly playing hard to get, or if she's just not interested at all. This little test can save you weeks, if not months, of wasted time and energy, because here's the thing. I've seen too many guys spend their valuable energy chasing women who had no real interest in them. And that's not only painful, it's a massive waste of time you could be spending with women who genuinely want to be with you. Finally, in this video, I'll also show you exactly what to do when a woman is playing hard target with you. Plus the 2 deadly mistakes men make in this situation that should never fall into. So, there's a lot coming your way. This is going to be a short video, but it's packed with powerful insights. That's why I need you to do something right now. Put aside all distractions, lean in, and watch until the very end. Because I promise you, once you know the psychology behind this, it will change the way you see women forever. And one more thing isn't just theory. Everything I share is based on real-life psychology, female behavior patterns, and attraction dynamics that I've personally seen play out over and over again. I'm Amelia, and welcome to Dark Psychology. Every week, I reveal the raw, unfiltered truths about what women really want, plus the psychological methods you can use to turn attraction into something lasting. No games. No games, just the kind of insider knowledge most men never got access to. So, hit that subscribe button right now, because if you miss what's next, you'll keep making the same mistakes that push women away, without even realizing it. Reason 31. She's been hurt before. The first reason is simple, but it runs deep. She's been hurt before. This is one of the most common reasons for we men. If she's had bad dating experiences in the past, maybe she was cheated on, lied to, misled, or left broken-hearted, she's going to be. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Think about it. If you've ever been betrayed or let down, you don't exactly rush into the next relationship with blind trust. You put up walls. You take your time. You protect yourself. That's exactly what's happening with her. She's afraid that if she lets her guard down too fast, history might repeat itself. She doesn't want to get attached too quickly, because the pain of being hurt again feels unbearable. So what does she do? She shows interest sometimes, then suddenly pulls away. She texts you sweetly one day and then disappears the next. Not because she's playing games, but because she's fighting her own inner fear of abandonment. This is a protective mechanism, a heart built to keep her safe. In fact, many of my girlfriends have admitted to doing this, especially those who went through a divorce or a brutal breakup. They wanted connection, but they were terrified of repeating the same mistake. If this is the case, the key isn't to push harder. The key is to understand her side. Empathy goes a long way here. When you recognize that she's cautious because of her past, not because of you, you can approach her with patience instead of frustration. Reason number 2. She doesn't want to look easy. Now, reason number 2 is huge, and honestly, it's one that nearly every woman admits to at some point. She doesn't want to look easy. This is perhaps the biggest motive for playing hard to get. And I'll be honest with you. I've done this myself, and so have most women I know. Here's why. Society is kind to women who are seen as too easy. Reputation matters. A woman's image matters. And one of her deepest fears is being labeled as desperate or disposable. Imagine this from her perspective. She really likes you. You give her and she's daydreaming about your future together. But if she shows all of that too soon, she risks being seen as just another girl a guy can get and throw away. That is her worst nightmare. So what does she do? She tries to play it cool. She hides the excitement. She might ignore your text for a few hours even though she really wants to reply. She pretends she's busy when, in reality, she's been thinking about you all day. It's not that she doesn't like you. It's that she wants you to value her. She wants you to see her as someone worth pursuing, not just someone who fell into your lap. Men often misinterpret this as disinterest, but in reality, it's her way of saying, don't underestimate me. Don't take me for granted. Show me you're serious. Reason number 3. It's a test. The third reason, a test. And when I say test, don't think of it as it's not meant to make you fail. And it's not always about manipulation. This reason is especially common for women who get a lot of attention. Women who are attractive, outgoing, or just happen to have many options, often use playing hard to get as a filtering mechanism. Here's the psychology. These women are used to guys sucking up to them, putting them on a pedestal, acting desperate just to win their attention. And while that might be flattering at first, it's not what they want in a real So, she plays hard to get to see how you handle it. Do you get insecure? Do you start doubting yourself? Do you chase harder and harder, coming across as needy? Or do you stay calm, confident, and playful the way most women secretly hope a man? This test reveals everything about you. It shows whether you're grounded, self-assured, and capable of holding your own, or whether you'll crumble under pressure. And trust me, women notice it as more than you realize. They're not just testing you to mess with your head. They're testing to see if you're the kind of man they'd actually respect and want long-term. So, those are the 3 main reasons why women play hard to get. 1. She's been hurt before and is protecting herself. 2. She doesn't want to look easy. 3. She's testing to see what kind of man you really are. Now, here's the important part. Regardless of which reason it is, there's only one right way to handle it. And if you do this one thing correctly, you'll make her drop act and open up her real feelings for you. Before I reveal that secret, want to give you a simple traction test that will help you instantly figure out if she's actually interested or if she's just stringing you along. The attraction test. So, now it's time for the big question. How do you know if she's actually playing hard to get or if she is just not interested in you at all? Because here's the truth. Too many men waste weeks, even months, chasing a woman who never wanted them in the first place. And the result? Heartbreak, frustration, and wasted energy that could have been invested in a woman who actually values you. That's why I want you to use this simple 4-step test. These are signs you can observe in her behavior, and they'll give you a clear answer without second-guessing. Pay close attention because these little cues tell you everything about her real feelings. Sign number 1. Attention. Is she attentive? The first thing you need to notice is attentiveness. When you talk to her, whether it's face-to-face or over text, does she actually listen? Is she engaged? Maybe she remembers small details you told her. Maybe she laughs at your jokes, even the ones you thought weren't that funny. Or maybe she asks follow-up questions that show she's paying attention. A girl who's just playing hard to get might not reply instantly, but when she does, her attention will be there. She's still engaged with you. On the other hand, if she is constantly distracted, ignoring what you say, or giving you vague, meaningless responses like a dry lull that's a clear sign she's not realigned. Remember, a woman who's truly not interested won't invest energy into paying attention. And attention is on-off, the biggest signs of attraction. Sign number 2. Nervousness, by butterfly effect. The second thing to notice is nervousness. Most women get nervous around a guy they like. It's human nature. Even if she's trying to play it cool, her body language often betrays her. Watch for these signs. She fumbles over her words. She giggles at random moments. She plays with her hair, adjusts her clothes. She avoids too much eye contact because it makes her blush. These little signs of nervousness show you that deep down she's feeling the same butterflies you are. Of course, there are confident women out there who hide it better. But for the majority, nervousness is a solid indicator of attraction. If she's completely calm, distant, and unaffected by your presence, that might mean she's not. But if you notice even subtle signs of nervousness, that's her body giving away the truth. Sign number 3. Reception to physical contact. The third sign is about physical contact. When you touch her lightly, a playful tap on the arm, a hand on the holder, how does she react? If she pulls away, blocks her body, or looks uncomfortable, that's not hard to get. That's disinterest, period. But if she accepts it or even leans back in toward you, that's a strong signal she's open to you. And if she goes a step further and touches you back, whether it's a playful nudge or brushing against your arm, that's an even bigger green light. Physical closeness is one of the strongest indicators of attraction. If she is okay with you being in her personal space, or if she's the one who creates that closeness, it's safe to say she likes you, no matter how hard she tries to act uninterested. Sign number 4. Texting effort. Finally, let's talk about texts. When a woman likes you but is playing hard to get, she may not always text you back right away. She may not be the one to start every conversation. But here's the difference. When she does reply, she puts effort into it. She's not just giving one-word answers, like yeah or okay. She's engaging. She asks you questions back. She sends emojis. She might double text when she wants to keep the conversation going. These are all signs that even though she's trying to keep her cool, she cares about what you think. On the flip side, if she only gives you dry, lazy replies and never shows effort, that's not her playing hard to get. That's her showing she's not interested. Quick recap of the test. So, here are the 4 signs. Again, 1. Attention. She listens, engages, and remembers details. 2. Nervousness. She fumbles, giggles, or avoids eye contact. 3. Reception to touch. She doesn't push you away and may touch you back. 4. Texting effort. She puts energy into her replies, even if she plays I. If you see these signs, chances are she likes you. She's just playing hard to get. But if none of these are rather, then my friend, she's not into you, and you should stop wasting your time. And here's where most guys go wrong. They see these signs, but then they make one of 2 huge mistakes that destroy their chances. So, before I tell you the right way to handle this, I need to warn you about the 2 deadly mistakes you must avoid at all costs. The 2 deadly mistakes men make. Now, before I reveal the one thing you should know when a woman is playing hard to get, I need to warn you about the 2 mistakes most men fall into. These twos are responsible for killing attraction faster than anything else. Mistake door 1, blurting out your feelings. The first mistake is blurting out your feelings too soon. Here's what happens: a guy gets frustrated. He's confused by her mixed signals. So, in a moment of pressure, he just lays it all out. I really like you. I can't stop thinking about you. Why don't you just give me a chance? And while it seems like honesty, it actually comes across as desperate. Even if a woman was interested, suddenly dropping all your emotions on her makes her feel pressured. It's too much. Too soon. Think about it. If she's holding back because she's cautious, nervous, or testing you, and then you unload everything at once, it overwhelms her. Instead of pulling her closer, it pushes her away. Attraction thrives on balance. When you confess too soon, you destroy that balance. Mistake number 2, going completely cold. The second mistake is just as bad, going completely cold. Some guys, after getting frustrated with the hard-to-get act, decide to play the same game. They pull away, ignore her, and act like they didn't care. They think if I act distant, she'll suddenly want me more. And sure, sometimes she might show more interest at first. But what actually happens is, it becomes a toxic back-and-forth game. One day she goes cold, then you do. The next day she warms up, then you freeze her out. Before you know it, you're both playing chess instead of building connection. This game might keep things exciting for a little while, but it doesn't build real attraction. It builds frustration, and eventually she'll walk away, or worse, you'll end up in a manipulative dynamic that leaves both of you drained. The truth is, women don't want you to play games. They want you to be confident, consistent, and grounded. The right way to handle it. So, what's the right approach? What's the one thing that makes her stop playing hard to get and finally get real with you? It's simple. Be playfully persistent. That means you're not making huge moves. No emotional confessions. No, will you bemin speeches, but you're also not pulling away and acting cold. Instead, you're walking the perfect middle line. You're playful, you're flirty, you're teasing her in a fun, confident way. This shows 2 powerful things at the same time. 1, you're not desperate for her. You're not rushing. 2, but you're not afraid to show interest. It's this balance that makes her melt because she knows you're strong enough to hold your ground, but charming enough to make her feel desired. When you do this right, she stops testing. She stops hiding. She starts engaging with openly because she sees you're the rare kind of man who doesn't break under pressure and doesn't play childish games either. Why this works? Here's the psychology behind it. When you're playful and persistent, you're triggering her attraction on an emotional level. You're making her feel seen, making her feel challenged, but without ever giving off desperation. And once she feels this emotional pull, she can't keep up the hard-to-get act anymore. It's too much fun to engage with you. She start texting you first, giving you more attention, and showing you her all interest. In fact, if you're good at flirting and playful persistence, you can make her drop the act overnight. She can go from, "Yeah, I like him, but I'm not sure," to, "I want him right now." And that's the secret most men never learn. Don't chase too hard. Don't go cold. Instead, master the art of playful persistence. This one shift can completely change the way women respond to you. Wrapping it all up. So, now you understand exactly why women play hard to get. It usually comes down to one of three reasons. 1. She's been hurt before and she's protecting herself. 2. She doesn't want to look easy because reputation matters to her. 3. She's testing you to see if you're truly the kind of man worth investing in, and you also know how to spot the difference between a woman who's actually interested versus one who's stringing you along. Remember those 4 signs: her attention when you speak, her little signs of nervousness, how she responds to physical contact, the amount of effort she puts into her texts. If she shows those signs, she's probably into you. She's just holding back. And that's when it's your job to respond the right way. Not by confessing your feelings too soon, not by going cold and distant, but by being playfully persist. That's the middle ground most men never master. But once you do, it changes everything. Here's what I want you to remember. Attraction isn't about playing games. It's about creating a feeling inside her that she can't ignore. When you stay calm, confident, and playful, you make her feel both safe and excited at the same time. And that combination, that's irresistible. Instead of chasing endlessly, instead of wasting time with women who don't care, you'll start seeing the truth clearly. You'll be able to tell when a woman actually values you and when she doesn't. And once you know that, you'll never waste your energy on the wrong person again. If you found this video eye-opening, here's what I want you to do right now. Hit that like button. It only takes a second, and it helps this message reach more men who really need it. Subscribe to Dark Psychology if you haven't already, because every week I share insider truths about attraction, female psychology, and relationship insights that most guys will never hear anywhere else. And finally, drop a comment below. Have you ever been in a situation where you weren't sure if she was playing hard to get or if she just wasn't interested? Share your story. I read every single one. And your experience might help another guy watching this. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. You've just learned the psychology behind one of the most confusing female behaviors, and now ya have the tools to handle it with confidence. I'm Amelia, and this is Dark Psychology. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay sharp, stay confident, and never let mixed signals throw you off your game again. Music.